Well, hello friends, welcome back to the program. Today we're going to play another round of the FIXME Roulette, which is the new game where we get grep for FIXME or to do in the Serenity codebase, and then we shuffle that so that we get a random item that we have to deal with. And somebody asked in the comments on the last video how many FIXMEs and to-dos there are, and the answer is that there are many, many thousands. In fact, there's 4,746. So that's the selection that we're picking from. And today's action item is going to be in PixelPaint, image CPP, FIXME, notify user of error properly. Okay. Image CPP, was it 417? 417, okay. Notify user of error properly. In image merge active layer down. Okay, so we currently log on the debug output, cannot merge layer down, layer is already at the bottom. That's a bit weird. That seems like something where, like it would be nicer if you couldn't even, like if the action for merging down wouldn't be enabled when you have the bottom layer selected. I feel like that would be nicer instead of like popping up an error or something like, oh, this layer is already at the bottom. You can't move it further down. But let's see how it actually looks like here. So let's make a layer. Okay, and then we put it on the bottom, I guess, and then we try to merge it down. Merge active layer down, Control E. So that did nothing, but we got this print here. Cannot merge layer down. Layer is already at the bottom. Okay, so I think what we're going to do here is disable the action so you just can't merge down when the active layer is the bottommost layer. And I'm guessing that merge active layer up has the same problem. Yeah, so it will just just log if you have the topmost layer selected, like merge active layer up, just logs. Yeah, that's silly. And if you merge down, then it actually does merge down. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I think there are two FIXMEs here, but the solution is going to be the same thing, which is to make the enabled state of the merge actions reflect the position of the active layer within the layer hierarchy. So how do we do that? What might this action be called? It'll be something like merge active. These are probably the actions. Yes. Layer menu, add action, merge up, merge down. So we don't even store these in a pointer or anything. So we have no way of getting to them once they've been added to the menu. So we're going to have to put these into little pointers so we can get to them. Maybe down here. Merge active layer. Oop. And dune. Yep. Okay, and then we'll say, oh, does add action return the action, I wonder? No, it doesn't. Okay. Merge active layer up. Oh, wait. All of these are suffixed action, except these two for some reason. Tim. Okay, we should have probably... Okay, wait, let's not get distracted with that kind of thing, but going forward, it seems like there's a pattern here where there's a suffix on these fellas. So let's be consistent with that. Tim, by the way, I didn't mean to sound harsh when I said Tim. I just recognized your last name. I'm glad that you've added the features. But I do think it's good to shoot for naming consistency because it just makes the code base that much more navigable. Okay, so the trick here was to add the suffix right. You don't like this, but you do like it if I do that, I bet. Yes, you do. Okay. Merge active layer down action, sure. Okay, and we're back on track. So now what we want to do with these fellas is we want to update their state, I guess, whenever the layer stack changes. So like the order of layers changes somehow, or the currently active layer changes because like you click on a different layer, or you switch the active layer somehow with like a keyboard shortcut or whatever. And I almost knocked over my teacup here. Okay. So how does this work? Set active layer is a thing, okay. And what does that do? It has a hook called onActive layer change. And who's hooking that? The main widget hooks that for the image editor and calls set selected layer. Okay, so it propagates out to the layer list and the layer properties widgets. Okay. So probably here might be a good place to update layer actions. Update action states after layer list change, something like that. Let's see what we can invent here. So just make this a private function here. Okay, so what is this thing going to do really? It's going to be about these two actions. We'll start with these two actions. This might apply to more actions, but we're focusing on these two right now. So merge layer up action, set enabled, should be enabled if the currently active layer is anything but the top layer. Well, there has to be more than one layer also. Okay, so how do we know how many layers we have? Current image editor. I guess if we don't have a current image editor, then all actions should be basically disabled. Oops. It almost feels a bit like it might be better for the menus to, I'm thinking like, could we make the menus owned by the image editor widget or something like that? But that doesn't really make sense. Yeah, this kind of stuff is a little bit iffy to do in a super imperative way. It would be neat if we had a way to sort of couple these things so that the state changes would just propagate, but it doesn't really slot into our GUI toolkit model at the moment. Anyway, ignoring that, let's just figure out how to do this. So we do have an image editor, and that's the current image editor. And we need to know how many layers there are. So layer count, yeah, there we go. So if layer count, can we maybe do this? Do something like this, otherwise 0. Okay, so if there are no layers or there is no image editor, yeah, that kind of works. Okay, so if layer count is greater than 1, no, let's do it this way. If it's greater than 1 and the active layer the editor active layer, oh, is that a pointer? Probably is, yeah, okay, so it might be null. That's okay though. So we need to have an active layer. And the layer count needs to be greater than 1. And the active layer needs to not be layer index 0. So layer, how do we get to the layers? Layer 0 is not editor active layer. Does that work? Something like that. And then for merge down, again, layer count needs to be greater than 1. Needs to have an active layer. And the last layer, so editor layer count -1. Okay. All right, so let's see. So this should make sure that it gets updated when the active layer changes. So this should be a start. I think there are more places though where we need to update the actions. Like when you add or remove a layer, for example, we also need to do it. So let's see. Yeah, so they're here, they're enabled, fine, whatever. But let's make a new layer and switch the active one. So now you can't merge up, but you can merge down. So that seems wrong. Did I not set them up right, I wonder? Merge active layer up. No, that's the up action. Okay, so did I just mess up the logic? Because now the active one is the bottom one, and merge active layer up should be available. So I guess I just bungled my logic. Up should be enabled, but it's not. Image layer 0 is not editor active layer. Wait, what does that mean? It's not the active layer, or is it? Wait, don't we reorder these? Let me figure out which is the active layer index here. Let's see. How can we figure out the active layer index? Change layer index. Is there a thing that computes layer indexes somehow? Layers, no. I guess we can just walk the layer list. Layer count ++ I. Okay, so now we have a layer. And the layer doesn't know its own index. So let's just log here. Layer active is Okay. Oh, probably making some super obvious mistake here. Just need to figure out what it is exactly. Okay, so I select that layer. So layer 0 is now active. Oh, wait, do they go in? Oh, they probably go in reverse order. I just forgot about that. See, I'm thinking that this is layer 0, but actually the background, the bottom layer is layer 0. If we add another layer, we should be able to see that pretty easily. So layer 0 is active true, layer 1 true, and layer 2. Right. Yeah, I remember this. I remember having some trouble originally when implementing the layer stack, getting it to display the background as the bottom layer despite it having index 0. Right. So they go in reverse order. I forgot about that. Good. We are remembering stuff. So we just got to switch up the conditions. So this fella right here is layer count -1. Okay. Okay, well, that makes sense. That makes sense. So that should put us back on track with these, but we do need to hook those in other places. So where do we have those? Like layer stack, did modify layer stack. Yes, client image did modify layer stack. Who learns about that? Layer list widget learns about it. Sure. I'd like to know about it too. So we have on layer select. I wonder if the layer list widget does something with it. Rebuild gadgets. Okay, so it doesn't do anything particularly interesting. We just need to hook that. Image client. So image editor also finds out about it. So we could hook it here. I already forgot what it was called. Did modify layer stack, right? So image editor, virtual void did modify layer stack. Was that it? Was it image did modify layer stack? Yes, that's the one. Okay. So we hooked that. And image did something or other. Image did modify layer stack. We need to propagate this out all the way to the main widget, which is our owner. So do we have a bunch of function things? Yes, we do. Okay, so on layer stack modified, or on layer stack change, I guess. Seems to be how these others are named. On change. So let's roll with that. Okay, and then in the main widget, we'll install one of these things. So image editor, where do we make these? Create new editor, perfect. So, oh, we can do it right here. Image editor, right after this hook on active layer change. We'll just do on layer stack change. Okay. Also, we should probably have called it update action states after layer stack change. Okay, so does everything now fit together? So now we should be able to merge down but not up. That's good. Swap it out. Up but not down. And if we remove the active layer, neither of them are available. Cool. And then if we create a new layer, sure. Oh, now I right-clicked on the bottom layer, which made it switch and bring up the context menu. That's interesting. But yeah, these are working right. That's good. And then let's add Let's add one more layer so we are right in the middle, and then both should be available, and they are. Super rad. Okay. So that's excellent. Let's call this update action states after layer stack change. Cool. And then where was our to do or fix me here? These should no longer happen. We should never get here, so we should be able to verify that you're not here. So verify that m layers size is greater than or equal to 2. And oh, there's an index of layer. Interesting. I didn't know. Could have used that. Let's see. And then we should verify that the layer index is not at the edge that we shouldn't be at, basically. Edge of the stack. Okay. Maybe we should note here, like note the merge, the action for this should be disabled if there are fewer than 2 layers. Let's say, yeah. Note, the action for this should be disabled if if this layer if the active layer is already topmost. Yeah. Okay. Verify that layer index is non-zero, yeah. Cool. Bottommost. Bottommost is a word, right? I feel like it's a word. I feel like I looked this up in a video like 2 years ago or something. I'm gonna look it up again. Bottommost, situated at the very bottom. Good enough for me. Okay, so I think that's good. Let's see. Well, I was about to write a FIXME, but the rules of FIXME Roulette are that we have to do something random and we can't add new FIXMEs. Dang it. I was gonna say like that we should add more of the actions here, but I guess since I can't add a FIXME, I'm just gonna have to go ahead and add more actions. So we'll do a what is it that I want to do? I want to do a commit for these. I guess we'll do a commit for everything that we have, actually. Or no, let's be a bit more disciplined. We can do the hook first, or the virtual thing in image client. We'll do that first. Wherever that was. Here, image did modify layer stack. Yeah, so we'll add that hook first of all. PixelPaint, add image editor on layer stack change hook. This hook will fire when the image editor receives Image editor is notified by the image that something in its layer stack has changed. Sure. And then let's see, the rest we can do together, I think. Or do we? Yes, we'll do the rest together. That's okay. PixelPaint. Oh, did I say PixelPaint in the last commit? I did. All right. Let's see. PixelPaint. Update the merge active layer up down action state. Okay, so we now update the enabled state of these actions when something changes about the layer stack, and when something when the active layer is changed. Since this makes it this should mean it's no longer possible to arrive in the image helper functions that actually implement these actions. In some states, in certain states, in unsuitable states. So we turn some checks there into verify instead, and remove some FIXMEs. Remove two FIXMEs about this, or about two FIXMEs that are no longer relevant. Let's say, yeah, because the FIXMEs wanted us to like message the user or something, right? But we don't want to do that. Also, I'm realizing now that if we switch to a different image, we need to also update then, I think. So image editor is in a tab widget, right? Tab widget. M tab widget. On tab close. On change. Yeah. We here when we change the tab widget, we gotta update our thing. Update action states after layer stack change. That one has to come with us. We'll fold that into the previous commit. We also update it when switching between different image editors. Yes, that one is important. Otherwise, if you swap between two files, we wouldn't update the action states. So what were some of the other action states? I was thinking about like other stuff related to the layer stack. We could probably go through some of the other actions and figure out what to do. So let's have a look at that. First, I just want to verify if we have a second file open. Yeah, and then now you cannot merge in any direction, but if we switch to this one, you can merge up, but not down. Right, switch back, and it updates. Very, very good. So what are some other ones? Flatten image, merge visible, move active layer up and down. It's almost like a lot of these actually. Like move to front, move to back, they just need to have an active layer I guess you can't move to front if you're already frontmost. Okay. There are a whole bunch of things here. So we're gonna have to do a little bit more work, I think. So we're gonna need to move a bunch of things out first. So move. Where do we start? We'll start with move to front, I guess. Move to. Where's the move to front action from? Oh, is it a generic action? Move to front. Oh, yeah, it's a common action. All right, well, no big deal. Move to front action. Technically, I guess it's the move active layer to front. So let's call it that. All right. And move it to, what do you call it, back, I guess? Move to back right, so. Move you to the back. All right, so now we have those. And what can we do with those? Well, when we update the action states, so if we don't have any layers, we can't move anybody. Set enabled false. Can't go front or back. But let's see. Maybe we should make some little helper booleans here just to simplify this stuff. Let's see. Active layer is frontmost. Yeah, this will be a helpful thing to have. Okay. And then we can implement the others like that as well. So let's see. Active layer and I guess this is part of that condition actually. If you only have one layer. Yeah, let's say it's part of that condition. Or am I making a bad name for the condition then? Because like active layer is frontmost, layer count greater than 1. It doesn't feel great to make that part of the condition actually. But it also doesn't feel great to check this way. Although I guess it's okay. Because I know I don't have 0 entries. So there's a non-zero number of entries, so these accesses are okay. Okay. Yeah. Move active layer to front. Set enabled. Active layer is not frontmost, right? So layer count is greater than 1 and active layer is not frontmost. Moving to the back. Must not be backmost. Front versus bottom. That does feel a bit weird. Front and back versus front and bottom. I'm not sure that backmost is a word. I'm having mild deja vus with these questions. I feel like I have been pondering these in a video in the long ago. Backmost. Is that a thing? Located farthest to the rear. Ooh, backmost. Okay. All right. Backmost. Cool. I guess then we can be backmost. Did I reach the same conclusion somewhere else? Look at this. It is backmost. 2019. April. Back when it was called G-Widget. Is backmost. I feel like I've been through this exact same process. Anyway, backmost it is. Should I have said backmost here too? All right, okay. Let's just calm down a little bit. These words are going in the dictionary, whether you like it or not, sea lion. Okay, so now that we have those fellas, let's test it out. I think the basic notification points, we don't need any more hooks for these two things, right? So it should be fine. So move to back and move to front. This now can't be moved to the front because it's already in the front. Wait, what? Move to front? Why can't I move to the front? Okay, I may have messed up the logic. Is backmost. Wait, did I just totally mess those up? Backmost. Backmost is if you are layer 0. And frontmost is if you are oh, and I guess I could write these or no, that's okay. That's probably okay. Okay, can't move to back. Can't move to front. But now I screwed these up. Okay, why am I making this so difficult for myself? Can I move it up? I can if it's not frontmost. I can move it down if it's not backmost. Right. Okay, I think we're on track. So moving on, let's say PixelPaint, update the what did I say in the previous one? Right, update the move to front back layer action states. Okay, and then we had some other action states. Boobha. Joke's on you, Shell. I have aliased Boobha to Ninja. See also Momka. Anyway. Let's do the other actions. So we had merge, I feel like. Merge visible. Merge visible. If you only have a single layer, you can't really merge them meaningfully, I guess. Same thing with flatten. So what else do we have? Remove active layer. Should only be available if you have an active layer. Move active layer up and down. Same with those. All right. I guess you're just gonna crank a couple more of these out. Move active layer up action. Okay. And this one we'll call the move active layer down action. Cool. There's a little bit of grunt worky, but at the same time, it's nice to polish our applications. Definitely something that we want to do because it makes them that much nicer to use. So move active layer up and down. Update action states. So if we don't have any layers, well, you can also be false. And moving up and down, the states for those are the same as merging up and down, I think. Yeah, it should be the same. So those, I think, are just money in the bank. I'm just going to go ahead and commit those. PixelPaint, update the move active layer up down action states. All right. And then we had flatten. Flatten is meaningless if there's less than 2 layers. So I guess we'll make a thing for it. Flatten image action. Flatten image action. All right. And if there are no layers, enable is false. But if we have some layers, then layer count. If it's greater than 2, then we can flatten. Otherwise, we cannot. All right. Greater than 2. Greater than or equal to 2. Yeah, because then you can flatten it by flattening those 2 together. PixelPaint, update the flatten image action state. Sure. We also had merge visible. What else we got? Remove active layer. Let's do remove active layer. Because that shouldn't be a thing if you don't have an active layer. Currently, what we do if you don't have an active layer, as you can see right here, is that we just do nothing. But it seems kind of silly. Like we could also just not let you remove the active layer. So we do that, that, and that. If there are no layers, there is no active layer. Remove active layer action. Set enabled. Editor active. Active layer. Yeah, let's just do that to be extra explicit. So if there is an active layer, we let you remove it. Take the remove active layer actions. Date. And then I keep forgetting which actions we have. We had merge visible, right? Visible. Yeah, I still need to do that one. So let's do that one. We should probably call it merge visible layers action. Even if it's not in the text because it's implied by being in the layers menu, it's still nice to have the action have a very clear name. There we go. Okay, so how do we update that one? Merge visible layers. I guess the easiest thing is to just, if there are more than 2 layers, yeah, it follows the same as the flatten image. Because at first I was thinking it could be based on the number of visible layers that you have. Like, oh, you can't merge because you have 10 layers, but only 1 is visible. Wait, does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know. If that makes sense, then somebody correct me on it. But like, I feel like it's okay to have this behavior for now. So let's see. PixelPaint, update the merge visible layer action state. I'm not entirely sure if this should be updated. This action should be disabled when there are multiple layers, but only 1 layer is visible. For now, it's always enabled when there are greater than or equals to 2 layers in the image. Yeah, that's probably okay. At this point, let's take a look at what we have built. Okay, so adding a layer here just to have something. Okay, getting places. Remove active layer. If I don't have an active layer, I guess the only way to not have an active layer is to actually remove both of the active layers. Which we don't even allow you to do. Wait, what? You can't remove the active layer? I thought for sure we would let you not have an active layer by clicking outside or something. Or by deleting. We don't let you delete the last layer? Or is it just a background, or just you can't go down to 0 layers? Wait, what? Delete? And now I delete you? And now your name is background suddenly? That's really weird. Why does it suddenly become background? Something is not right with the remove active layer thing. You call it remove layer. Oh, wait, what? What's this logic right here? We create a new layer called background if you delete the last layer. Wait, what? Did I do that? Say what? Create an empty layer when the last layer is removed. Previously, when the last layer got deleted, the active layer was set to null pointer, causing a crash. That's really weird behavior. So that was some time ago. About a year ago. That seems like weird behavior. I'm not sure that we want that behavior, but that's outside of the scope of what I'm doing right now. I think that seems like a weird papering over the real problem, which is probably just that there was some code somewhere that didn't handle not having an active layer, right? And the right thing to do is to handle that condition. So what did it say in the commit? When the last layer got deleted, the active layer was set to null pointer, causing a crash. By Mr. Felix and Linus. Well, what if we just what if we just didn't care? Then what would happen? If we just didn't do that? I just want to find out how bad it gets. Okay, I deleted it, and then I clicked somewhere, and then sadness. Sure. PixelPaint layer did modify bitmap. All right, so layer did modify. So I feel like at this point I've called through, because there are no layers. So what layer am I modifying? Image editor, mouse down event. Oh wait, does the active layer not get nulled out? Set active layer. Is that not a weak pointer? It's a ref putter. Oh, that's so weird. So the active layer is strongly kept alive by the active layer pointer. That should probably be a weak pointer so that it can detach once, because like once you remove the active layer from the image, it shouldn't be kept alive by the image itself. That's just weird. So I think it's okay for it to be a weak pointer. Or it wasn't kept alive by the image, but rather than by the image editor. But at that point, it's not in the image. So doing stuff like, oh, what's the index of the active layer? Well, you're asking about the index of a layer that's not actually in the image. So if we remove the active layer. Wait, now I can't remove it? Wait, what? Wait, did I put this logic back? I did. Dang it. Okay, I think we're on to the fix here. I think the fix is simply to make it to make it a weak pointer, and that will resolve those issues and allow it to be deleted. There might be more issues, of course. Yeah, there are more issues. Assertion false. So where are we? Brush tool on mouse down. Brush tool on mouse down. So we removed the layer at this point. Remove layer. And then do we have a pointer to it here? Active layer index. I mean, yeah, this is probably a little bit finicky. Okay, maybe there's more. This is more finicky than I want to get distracted with right now. So we're just gonna disappear into the bushes on this one, and we will allow the universe to take a look at that one. Perhaps somebody watching this video will take an interest. But let's also do, I guess, these fellas right here, flip layer. These are all just dependent on having an active layer. That's all you need for all of those. Flip, rotate, and crop. So we can do all of those at the same time. I think that would be okay. So those were flip, rotate, and crop, right? So what's flip? Flip active layer horizontally action. And vertically too. Flip something and crop. Crop active layer to selection or to content. Was it rotate, I guess? What were they called here? Rotate, clockwise and counterclockwise. Got it. Rotate, active layer, clockwise. And counterclockwise. Okay. Let's go and hook these up. Flip layer vertically. It's almost the right one. Cool. Okay. Flip horizontally. Cool. And then rotate. Mm-hmm. Okay. Got the clockwise boys. And then the crop, little crop friends. Crop layer to selection and crop to content. Almost there. Crop to content. All right. And then we had all of these 6 fellas right here. Let's take them with us just for simplicity. Okay. And they also just require having some kind of we just need to have some active layer. Same as remove active layer action. So editor active layer is not null putter. Should be good enough. It's possible that there are additional things that should influence the enable state of these actions, but at this point, I'm just gonna let somebody else figure that out, or we'll come back to it. Select previous layer and select. I guess those also should have state updates. Select previous, select next. All right, we'll put these in. Update the flip, rotate, crop, active layer action states. All right, home stretch. Let's do the select layer actions as well. Select previous layer, next layer, top layer, bottom layer. All right. Select previous layer. Okay. So I think we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Update. So if there are no layers, they can all be disabled. And then what are the states? Select previous. Should be enabled if it's possible to select a previous layer, which means that there's more than one layer. And the active layer is not the topmost, I guess. So active layer is not the frontmost. Select next. Again, layer count greater than 1. And active layer is not the backmost. Then you can select the next layer, because next, I think next goes backwards in the stack, basically. I think. We'll check that it makes sense in the app. So to select the top layer, we need more than one, and or if we allow not having a layer selected, then I guess, yeah, there's a bit of ambiguity that comes in, like what happens if you don't have a selection. I think I'm just going to table thinking about that until later. So to select the top layer, well, if the active layer is not the frontmost, there's a bit of confusion here between terms like top and bottom versus front and back. I don't love that, but I feel like we're so deep in the yak shave here that I have to like let some things go. Select bottom layer action. So if it's not the backmost one, then we're good. Okay, then we just gotta hook these up. All right, select previous layer action. All right. Okay. Select next layer action. Sure. And finally, select bottom layer action. Okay. All of this because I'm not allowed to add FIXME, so I'm just going through the whole layer menu. All right, let's see. I think we're okay at this point. Yeah, so I'm skipping over the issue where it's not possible to become completely layerless in the image. It's something we should fix, or it's something we should probably fix. I don't know. I don't want to think about it right now. I just want to wrap it up. So PixelPaint, update the select layer, next previous top bottom layer states. All right. I think that's going to be it for today's video, because we took care of the FIXMEs and then we went ham on dynamically updating the menu items in the layer menu, which is now hopefully very diligently updated. I can select the top layer, I can select the bottom layer, select next, previous. Yeah, I wonder if what would be better names for these. I'm not exactly sure, but like maybe top and bottom should just be or wait. There's front and back, top and bottom. Move to, should it be like move to top and move to back? And then previous and next would be like select layer above, select layer below. And here we have up and down. So, but the names kind of, I feel like they are sort of this industry term of art or whatever, like merge down, right? So maybe up and down. The up and down terminology is the one that makes sense. So instead of move to front and move to back, top and bottom. Because top and bottom are on the up and down axis. Previous and next, above and below. Yeah, it kind of makes sense to me. But I'm a little bit mushy in the head, so I'll leave that one for now. And yeah, so this will be the end of the video. If you made it here, then thank you for watching and sticking it out with me while I polish up our layer menu. I think it's really important to polish things like this, because when you're using software, especially graphical software, these little things make such a big difference in how it feels to use an application. Like if the application is, it's like it always exposes, oh, you can do all of these things, and then you try to do them and it doesn't work, or it just gives you an error. That is really frustrating. And so I think sort of disabling actions that are not available at the moment, it just makes the app feel much more trustworthy, I guess, for lack of a better word. So I'm happy to be doing things like this. And I think there's a lot more of this type of work to do in the system. We just kind of stumbled into this, but I'm happy that we got to do some of it. So it's the end of the video. This was another episode of the FIXME Roulette. So hope you enjoyed. It is still a fun format to make. Hope you saw something interesting, and I will see you all next time.